Om Namo Narayanaaya. Om Namo Narayanaaya. Great friends, welcome you all for our attempts at our tapasya, because mind and intellect or senses we are trying to bring to this work single pointedly. Our attempt of meditation, because meditatively we are doing these sessions. Our attempts at increasing our Shraddha Bhakti, because with Shraddha and Bhakti we are trying to do, and these are our attempts to tune to the reality, because we are studying the Upanishad here. So find your seating position stably, bring the mind intellect with full focus, revel in listening, in knowing what is said in these Upanishads through this class. Then make use of that knowledge for Bahiranga Antaranga Sadhana and reach to the Sadhya, the Mukta Sthiti. We are not compromising with our ultimate goal of Tattvajnana and Moksha for whatever reason whatsoever. Friends, invoking Parabrahma Ishvara Jagannatha Devatagana Gurugana Shastragana Krupa, intensifying, beautifying our Lokasevakadi Vyaktitvas by becoming an asset to the world, and also for mainly our Adhyatmika Pragati. We are every day seated here for an hour and more to do all these seven auspicious things. What we are doing is most divine and auspicious. Let us discover their glory. Let us respect and revere it, and reverentially only do all these sadhanas. Our seven sadhanas are Veda Parayanam, Dhyana Puraka Mantrocharanam, the common sense thought, Shanti Mantras along with Guru Parampara Smarana, Sankalpa, Upanishad Mantra Parayanam, Upanishad Mantra Adhyanam with Bhashyam. We are doing Shwethashwathara Upanishad, 6th last chapter, 12th mantra being so beautiful. We have given good time to contemplate on every word and Bhashya. Today we'll be seeing the 13th mantra, which is more powerful and more quoted than the earlier mantra. Nityo Nityanam Chetanas Chetananam Eko Bahunam Yo Vidadhati Kaman Tamatmastham Yenu Pashyanti Dhiraha Tesham Shanti Shashwati Naitaresha. Wonderful are these mantras. If we attentively listen and honestly accept what is said there and sincerely do this sadhana, definitely we reach to our ultimate goal. Such wonderful topics toward the end of this Upanishad, Shwethashwathara Rishiji is giving us. Let us receive them with our open hands and heart. Starting with our first topic of Veda Parayanam, let us do the Prarthana mantras in our Veda Parayanam today, which are given in the initial pages of our Vedic chanting text. Om Namo Narayanaaya. 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 Start. ॐ अथ वेदपारायणं प्रार्थनामन्त्राः ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ हंस हंसाय विद्महे ॐ हंस हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंसः प्रचोदयात् तन्नो हंसः प्रचोदयात् ॐ नमो हिरण्यवाहवे हिरण्यवर्णाय ॐ नमो हिरण्यवाहवे हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतये हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतये अम्बिकापतय उमापतये अम्बिकापतय उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः पशुपतये नमो नमः ऋतगं सत्यं परं ब्रह्म ऋतगं सत्यं परं ब्रह्म पुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलं पुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलम् ऊर्ध्वरेतं विरूपाक्षम् ऊर्ध्वरेतं विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः ईशानः सर्वविद्यानाम् ईशानः सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानाम् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपतिर्ब्रह्मणोऽधिपतिर्ब्रह्माधिपतिर्ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवोऽम् ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवोऽम् ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः ॐ नमः शम्भवे च मयो भवे च ॐ नमः शम्भवे च मयो भवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च ॐ निधनपतये नमः ॐ निधनपतये नमः निधनपतान्तिकाय नमः निधनपतान्तिकाय नमः ऊर्ध्वाय नमः ऊर्ध्वाय नमः ऊर्ध्वलिङ्गाय नमः ऊर्ध्वलिङ्गाय नमः हिरण्याय नमः हिरण्याय नमः हिरण्यलिङ्गाय नमः हिरण्यलिङ्गाय नमः सुवर्णाय नमः सुवर्णाय नमः सुवर्णलिङ्गाय नमः सुवर्णलिङ्गाय नमः दिव्याय नमः दिव्याय नमः दिव्यलिङ्गाय नमः दिव्यलिङ्गाय नमः भवाय नमः भवाय नमः भवलिङ्गाय नमः भवलिङ्गाय नमः शर्वाय नमः शर्वाय नमः शर्वलिङ्गाय नमः शर्वलिङ्गाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवलिङ्गाय नमः शिवलिङ्गाय नमः ज्वलाय नमः ज्वलाय नमः ज्वललिङ्गाय नमः ज्वललिङ्गाय नमः आत्माय नमः आत्माय नमः आत्मलिङ्गाय नमः आत्मलिङ्गाय नमः परमाय नमः परमाय नमः परमलिङ्गाय नमः परमलिङ्गाय नमः एतत् सोमस्य सूर्यस्य एतत् सोमस्य सूर्यस्य सर्वलिङ्गगस्थापयति सर्वलिङ्गगस्थापयति पाणिमन्त्रं पवित्रं पाणिमन्त्रं पवित्रम् Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Tomorrow the remaining thing. Om Athaveda Prarthana. Om Gananantva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavin Kavinamupamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anah शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ हंस हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंसः प्रचोदयात् ॐ नमो हिरण्यबाहवे हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतयेऽम्बिकापतय उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः ॐ ऋतगं सत्यं परं ब्रह्म पुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलम् ऊर्ध्वरेतं विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः ईशानः सर्वविद्यानामीश्वर सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपतिर्ब्रह्मणोऽधिपतिर्ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवोम ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः ॐ नमः शम्भवे च मयो भवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च ॐ निधनपतये नमः निधनपदान्तिकाय नमः ऊर्ध्वाय नमः ऊर्ध्वलिङ्गाय नमः हिरण्याय नमः हिरण्यलिङ्गाय नमः सुवर्णाय नमः सुवर्णलिङ्गाय नमः दिव्याय नमः दिव्यलिङ्गाय नमः भवाय नमः भवलिङ्गाय नमः शर्वाय नमः शर्वलिङ्गाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवलिङ्गाय नमः ज्वलाय नमः ज्वललिङ्गाय नमः आत्माय नमः आत्मलिङ्गाय नमः परमाय नमः परमलिङ्गाय नमः एतत् सोमस्य सूर्यस्य सर्वलिङ्गगस्थापयति पाणिमन्त्रं पवित्रम् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. That's how our Vedic chanting done. May the Shruti Mata, the Veda Rishis, the Shruti Sthita Parabrahma bless us with the revelation of meaning of these mantras so that with the utmost reverence and respect and devotional mood, we chant those mantras and pray to the divinity for our own adhyatmika pragati first and foremost, then for the universal well-being. Well-being is through adhyatmikata only, therefore let the entire universe also grow in adhyatmikata. Friends, the second aspect is again the Dhyana Purvaka Mantrocharanam. We are blessed to learn every day and chant the Vividha Devata Gayatri mantras. Almost 22, 23 we have done. Nowadays we have started the Navagraha Gayatri mantras. So we have seen the Surya Gayatri, we have seen the Chandra Gayatri, we have seen the Mangala or Kuja or Angaraka Gayatri. So today we will be doing in the sequence of Navagrahas the Buddha Devas Gayatri mantra. So the Buddha Graha also has his influence on all of us. When we are devoted to him, pray to him, worship him, definitely by his grace, all the required good things come to us. Among all the grahas, least bothering, troubling is said to be Buddha Graha. harmless planet. Hmm. Krupa Karunamaya Graha, Saumya Graha he is called as, very soft, not troubling. So we see the Shani dosha, we see the Rahu dosha, Kuja dosha, Ketu dosha, sometimes Surya Chandra, but Buddha dosha बहुत कम सुनने को मिलता है. So Buddha Bhagavan is very soft, kind. Doesn't mean that therefore we do every nonsense and disturb him. Doesn't mean that. He is kind, so invoke his kindness for the blessings on us so that our life is as softer and smoother like him, and our sadhana also is as smoother, easier, effortless by his grace. That much is enough about the Buddha Graha. Right? Now the Buddha Graha mantra. Like every mantra, Vidmahe Dhimahi Prachodayat. We know, we meditate, we pray. So Chandra Sutaya Vidmahe, he is said to be the Chandra Suta. Bhagavan Chandra's Putra is this Buddha Graha. All of them are the Jivas, the individuals through their tapasya have obtained the position of those Grahas for this one particular Saura Mandala. Like that, millions of Jivas have done their tapasyas and have taken the position of the planets, etc., in n number of solar systems, galaxies that are there in this cosmos. You also can do the upasana and become a Buddha Graha. You will be posted in one of the Saura Kutumba somewhere, like central government. If you write the exam and get selected in that, let us say, staff selection commission. So, in one of the departments, as a clerk somewhere, you are posted. Seeing your other marks, results, etc. And in the test also, how you have done, you will be put in those departments. Wherever it is required. Within those each of the departments also, there are so many sections. The administration sections, the account sections, variety of them. The appointment section, depending on our capacity. And our CR is continuously assessed, then there will be transfers, promotions, etc. Doing well, oh, is very active, very dynamic. So such person is required in this department. So let us transfer him there. चलता रहता है. Same way, we can also at that higher level by becoming qualified can become those graha if you want. You can become Agni also, Surya also, Chandrama also, all of them. है ना भूरित्यग्नौ प्रतिष्ठते भुवरिति वायौ सुवरित्यादित्ये महैति ब्रह्मणि. Didn't we see all of them in the Taittiriya Upanishad? Like that. So, Chandra Sutaya Vidmahe. We know you, O Lord Buddha, you are the Suta Putra of the Chandra Deva. Then, Chandra Sutaya Vidmahe Saumya Grahaya Dhimahi. You are the softest of all the Navagrahas. Such you we worship and we meditate on you. धीमहि हम आपके ध्यान करते हैं. सौम्य ग्रह, like in our friends circle also, many are funny, notorious like us. One or two will be Soumya also. In our colleagues also, subordinates also. Funny are many, one or two very soft Soumya. Within your family also, your own children and all, नौटंकी वाले होते हैं, एक या दो सौम्य भी होते. In your neighborhood also, there are 10 houses. One family, one house is very soumya, very soft, very interesting. Lucky that we can interact with them, we can share. The others are ghamandi hote hain, very arrogant. Oh, Rubab, nobody should meet us. We will not talk to anyone. Everywhere you can see them. है ना? Saumya. Like even Rishi Muni also, Durvasa Adi, थोड़ा गुस्से में रहते हैं हमेशा. Vasishta, Agastya, they're all little tough to catch. But Vyasa Bhagavan, Valmiki ji, so they're all Saumya, soft. गुरुओं में भी सौम्य सॉफ्ट होते हैं और टास्क मास्टर्स आल्सो आर देयर इन आवर school days. We had our teachers, all teachers tough, but one saumya teacher, isn't it? Doesn't bother whether we do homework or not, whether we fail, ठीक है, ये अपना पाठ पढ़ा के चले. The other teacher is our prarabdha only, like we are also his prarabdha. Huh? Didn't we had the teacher, one soft and other is very hard? Everywhere it is there. Narayana, Vasudeva, even the animals, dogs. You can see in some place street, 5, 6 dogs. तीन चार हमेशा चिल्लाते. One is very saumya, soft. You can see them. Even monkeys, most of them are notorious. One or two you can see soft. Saumya. Anywhere you go, travel में जा रहे, तो एक दो सौम्य होते हैं, बाकी सब फिर सेल्फिश होते हैं, कनिंग होते हैं. People are, as long as one has not become deeply spiritual, so long the individuals living at the mind's level are victimized by the various moods of the mind. We are also included in that till we have mastered the spiritual art. चलता है. So सौम्य ग्रहाय धीमहि तन्नो बुधः प्रचोदयात्. Such Buddha Bhagavan do the prachodhanam. And what prachodhanam we want? O Lord, in a soft Saumya Rupa, effortlessly enjoying our deep, intense sadhanas, may we travel towards the sublime reality, the self. Let all the vagueness go. Let all clarities spashtata come and stay with us regarding our lakshya and sadhana. May we be fully conscious every moment that I am Adhyatmik Sadhaka, this is a sadhana I am doing or I have to do, and to walk, moving towards the goal. O Buddha Bhagavan, in this Adhyatmika Marga Lakshya, do Prachodhanam. We don't want any other things. May our minds be not distracted by anything other than this for whatever the tempting reasons. बस तत्व को जानने वाला ही मार्ग में हमें रहना है. Please do prachodhanam, remove all the obstacles. Like that you can pray. Okay. 12 times. Om Chandrasutaya Vidmahe Saumyagrahaya Dhimahi Tanno Buddha Prachodayat. So sweet. And you can try while being in the class only to by heart this mantra, and you can try to meditatively chant along and pray. When we have done our prayer, the grace will come. Every time, in what way exactly the grace is coming need not be known. But realize that we are praying, realize that the blessings are coming. That's why we are safe, secured, healthy, and our life is going on smoothly. है ना. जीवन अगर हमारा बिना कोई परिश्रम का हो रहा है, साधना हम कर पा रहे, दैट्स द प्रूफ दैट वी आर ब्लेस्ड. If you want how the blessings are coming, you have to reach to that high meditative yogic level to know. Ki this prayer I have done, that has reached that Lord, that blessing He has given, those blessings worked in this way. And not required. Like every morsel of food, what we have eaten, how it goes and gets digested and becomes energy and helps me. Every morsel, every चावल का दाना, रोटी का टुकड़ा, I need not know. Generally, I know thrice or twice a day I'm eating food sufficient, good quality. That's nourishing me. Done. इस तरह. Start. ॐ चन्द्रसुताय विद्महे सौम्यग्रहाय धीमहि तन्नो बुधः प्रचोदयात्. ॐ चन्द्रसुताय विद्महे सौम्यग्रहाय धीमहि तन्नो बुधः प्रचोदयात्। 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 ॐ बुधग्रहदेवताय नमः। मां रक्ष रक्ष परिपाहि परिपाहि आध्यात्मिकसाध्यसाधनान् देहि देहि। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। That's why the Budhavara in Sanskrit is called as Saumya Vasara. Buddha and Saumya. Like today's the Tuesday, Monday, Indu Vasara, it's called as. Mm. So we have done our Vedic chanting as well as our Dhyana Purvaka Gayatri Mantra Uchcharan. These are our sadhanas, what we are doing every day. Of the class, if you are doing, that's wonderful. But these classes are an opportunity. And be regular, enjoy doing this sadhana and feel satisfied. Yes, at least this much we are doing. More you can do, nothing like. Okay. Now, two things are done. Now, third one, our common sense thought. Krishna Vasudeva. Today's common sense thought has Krishna Vasudeva. Two thoughts to discuss. Yeah, very short and precise. First is what key. Let our every moment be with some or the other parishrama or effort. Without doing, let us not be, because we can do and we need to do. Okay, the non-performance movements should be minimized in our life. It's always better to perform than remaining as a stone like lazy, isn't it? We have to. Point one. Point two is what? Let our every performance action be consequence oriented. Let it not be inconsequential. Okay. Second point. Third is what? Our consequence of every action, the consequence of every performance we perform, first should be to see to it that it is not hindering, it's not dissolving or diluting our adhyatmikata. It's a very, very humble suggestion to all. Think about it. Let anything I do should not be an obstruction to for my adhyatmika sadhana. Should not be a hindrance for that. Should not dilute it or neutralize it or distract me from it or whatever I have done, nullifying that. No. Everything I do should help in my adhyatmikata and should not disturb it. What is Adhyatmikata? Is it not the peace of mind? Is it not the calmness of the mind? है ना? Therefore, let me not do anything which disturbs my peace and calmness. What is Adhyatmikata? Is it not the Shastra or Tattva samskaras in me? So anything I do should create those positive Adhyatmika samskara in me, not the negative worldly vasanas. तो ऑब्जर्व करना हर एक चीज करने के टाइम whether that action is physically done or vocal speech or my mind's thought. Is it helping my adhyatmikata or is it destroying it or disturbing? That consequence should not be destroyed. Like excessive food eaten. It's an action. That also is detrimental because we become heavily loaded, then too much of sleepy we become. Then that day sadhana either cannot be done or done but not as perfectly, as joyfully as it is expected. Even taking bhojana should be thought over about how its consequence will be. Everything. If I watch TV, so see its consequence. It is helping spiritually or disturbing. If you really think this way, many of the disturbed things having removed, reduced them, every of our adhyatmika attempts sadhanas, we can do more effectively, more productively. Think about it. Whether we go out, whether we go for some, meeting the friends, whatever we do, उसका मेरा आध्यात्मिक जीवन में क्या पर्यवसान है ना उसमें फिर then keep adjusting everything, isn't it? Like going out, you feel like going out, yeah, so instead of going to those places where you will be forced to interact about something other than the Paramatatva, go to the temple. At least you can see the Lord, you can do some pradakshina, you can at least sit there for some time and do some japa and then pray to that Lord, no? So in this way, whatever we do, it at least should not uh, disturb our adhyatmikata. If it can add to our adhyatmikata, nothing like that. बढ़िया है, नहीं है, कम से कम उसको नलिफाई नहीं करना, है ना? एवरी ऑफ आवर इंटरेक्शन विथ पीपल, है ना? Observe absolutely acutely. Am I selfish? Am I angry? Am I arrogant? Am I argumentative? Am I trying to prove my point? Am I trying to insist on that person? Isn't it? Any one of them will agitate my mind, and every one of them tell us or prove to us that we are still holding the world to be real, which is the basic mistake in Vedanta for a Vedantic sadhak. A Vedantic sadhak has already understood that the Jagat is only appearance, mithya, not real. How can he take it seriously and do anything seriously? In the sense that I have to win, that my point should be proved. अरे क्या फर्क पड़ता है? In this mithya jagat, whether you win or lose, it doesn't it has no consequence spiritual. वहां सिर्फ अपना धर्म करो, खत्म बात. No, no, I must tell and they must listen to me. Who are you? Who are they? And what are you telling? And what they have to listen and what they have to do? सब संसारिक है. मैं मेरे बेटे को कहता हूँ ये वाला नया बिजनेस करें और वो बहुत पैसे कमाए, और मैंने बोला वो सुना ही नहीं और मेरे से आर्ग्यू किया. मेरा मन इतना डिस्टर्ब हो गया, फिर मैं सोचने लगा कि आई टोल्ड हिम फॉर हिज इंटरेस्ट ओनली, व्हाई ही इज नॉट लिसनिंग. All this is nonsense only. You don't, even if he asks, you tell. I don't know, ask someone. ऐसा होना चाहिए. Because what is spirituality in that? That you told him to do some vyapara and he earned some money and he bought some nonsense with that and he indulged in that. So bakwas hi hai na, from spiritual standpoint. What's the meaning in that? Except wasting the time and strengthening jiva bhava, upadhitadatmya, samsara satyatva, forgetting the reality. In fact, he is anyway doing it. Why you are suggesting? If at all any suggestion to be given, tell him, Beta, start from today, the Upanishad listening, Swamiji is speaking. You should you are listening. If you are really interested in your children's spiritual growth, whichever the talk appearing to be more suitable to them, note karke, you will forward it to them. Hey, listen to this from this minute to this minute. Swamiji gave that good idea or advice. Spiritually listen. है ना? This is how we have to be helpful, not the other way. Every action of ours should have consequence of addition to the spirituality, not the deletion or subtraction. Think about it. If that's our orientation, then we become more disciplined, systematic. The unwanted things will not happen from us, through us, by us. ऐसा अंदर सोचते रहना है. Outside we don't tell anybody, but inside we know. Somebody invited. So if I go, see that the amount of the disturbance, agitation happens to the mind. For you and I, spiritual seeker, I'm not telling it to the worldly persons. For them, being worldly, going to the people, that itself is खुराक for their life. नहीं तो पागल ही बन जाए. But you and I who are struggling so much to quieten the mind, struggling so much to understand the truth, struggling so much slowly to become meditative. For us, these very precious wealths, which we have mentioned now, have to be preserved. Naito, we just go somewhere, interact with somebody, and disturb our mind so much, and then come back again to quieten it, again bring it to the Adhyatmic mood, mood, English mood, not in Sanskrit. How much struggle it is again. मुझे यही डर लगता है कहीं भी जाऊं तो मन इतना डिस्टर्ब होएगा because you have to interact with mind only, that again to pull it back to my these many classes every day I have to do every shloka. I feel so tough. Thank God nobody calls me. I don't go anybody. Anyway, nobody comes to me. मैं कि तो ऐसे ही रहने दो. I'm very happy with it. That able to study not one or two, five, six shastras and discuss on them. Otherwise, interact with people and the clash of egos, clash of likes, dislikes. It's a pura samsara he have. I gave an example. That's why, whether through mind or intellect or indriyas, unless it is very necessary and spiritual, don't go outside. ये सब साधक के लिए कॉमन सेंस थॉट है ना, नॉट फॉर ए संसारी. Samsari, the one who's Arthakama Premi, he will go into the world. We are not addressing him, his own freedom. We are discussing taking ourselves to be Adhyatmika sadhakas. So, anything I do, it should help my Adhyatmikata, not destroy it. For the sake of it, even if some things we have to sacrifice, nothing wrong. And that is a Maya. In life, so many events continuously happen. Whether we go there or not, they go on happening. Nothing stops for us. ये तो समझ गए ना? It's only a Maya, a temptation. We are invited. If you go, everything will happen along with it, missing our Adhyatmika poise. हाँ, आप जाओगे तो बुलाएंगे, बिठाएंगे, कोल्ड ड्रिंक देंगे, भोजन के लिए बुलाएंगे, कैसे हो? Everything they do. Wonderful it is. But the mind is gone away from Tattva, no? Only a Tattva Anubhavi is allowed to go out into the world, keeping intact his Sita Pragnata, and then interact with the world as it is required. Not knowing it, people, because of their own some inner weaknesses, outer wants or expectations, neutralize their own sadhana, disturb their own sadhana. Let us not be that. We are gaining slowly the spiritual poise. This is my lakshya, this is my sadhana. बार बार उसको डिस्टर्ब करना, isn't it? Think about it. The idea is anything I do, it should not have the negative consequence of disturbing my adhyatmikata. You have point one. Point two of common sense thought today is simple. He write down which are the sadhakatva we have to achieve. Write down them. Very good exercise it is. Then master one by one. Which are the sadhakatvas? I know, like we have a florist who sells the flowers. We have the dentist who takes care of the dental problems. A physicist who looks at the physical body and all requirements. Chemist who sells the medicines, etc. We have people in this world, economist who suggests regarding the economic balance, etc. We have in this world. In the same way, we have to become these few. Which you do you want to focus on that specifically? Like, let me call it worshipist, if the word is there, worshipper, upasaka, let us say. So then spend 6 months, 1 year to be an upasaka. Do that upasana thoroughly and enjoy. Enjoy in the sense, a joy of doing it the best way. Upasana ist, let us say. Or japist is good to understand. For next 6 months, these many thousands of japa I have to do. Huh? Or a chanting person. For next 6 months, these many stotras, Upanishad mantras, Gita, I have to chant. यार कुछ तो पकड़ो ना. ऐसे हवा पे छोड़ देते हो, कोई साधना करते नहीं, करते तो वेगली. वन डे इट इज डन, अनदर डे नॉट डन. ऐसा नहीं होता. गुरु उपासक, दैव उपासक, है ना. व्हाट आर दी थिंग्स यू वांट टू बिकम? यू हैव टू बिकम फर्स्ट लिस्ट. उसमें से which are capable, which are required. Commit to that and be in that all the time. है ना. Bhajan is to, no problem. Enjoy. Through bhajan also, you can invoke divine कृपा. आपका मूड वो है तो वो करो. जप है तो वो करो. स्तोत्र पाठ वाले हो आप तो वो करो. Or the Purana student. Keep on studying Purana. Next 6 months, 6 Puranas every day, 8 hours, I will read. That gives such a great opening and maturity. No movement we are without some or the other spiritual identity and performance. I give the example, dentist only looks at the dant. Anybody comes, he feels as if that fellow has only teeth, no other body. Who can see that? हमें भी ऐसा अपना है व्यक्तित्व में कोई ना कोई साधना को लेकर उसको करना है. ए कॉन्टेम्पलेशन इंडिविजुअल, contemplating individual, highest. Always remembering the Upanishad mantra and Upanishad artha and doing manana chintana of that. है ना. Higher than that is the nididhyasanist or meditationist. Just finding the time, in moments time, withdrawing the mind from the world, becoming antarmukha, and in that antarmukhata, brought that mantra Upanishad, meditate. See our unfortunate status. So many mantras of so many shastras indicating the truth. We are listening, but we have not collected even one mantra as our own to meditate on. That's the status of our being spiritual. Insincere. About the worldly things, हर दिन किचन में स्टॉक देखेंगे कि जो नहीं है खरीद के लाना. What a wonderful combination of wife and husband. He goes into a kitchen and sees and says, ये चीज नहीं मैं लाऊं. She says, हाँ bring, and ये भी लाओ, वो भी लाओ. फ्रिज भर के रखते हैं, शेल्फ्स भर के रखते हैं, एंड घर में भी ऑल अदर थिंग्स. कर्टन्स नया डालो, सोफा के ऊपर कपड़ा नया डालो, और उधर everything we do. But what about Upanishad mantra? What about Gita mantra? What about the other Shastra mantra? क्या उनको नहीं कलेक्ट करना? उनके ऊपर मेडिटेशन साधना नहीं करना? Which गणपति मंत्र you meditate on? याद ही नहीं होता. एक ही चीज याद होता है कि मुझे कुछ याद नहीं है. See that how we are so childish as regards spirituality is concerned, that we are not understanding the importance of them. Collect the mantras, collect the Mahavakyas for the reference throughout the life. किया कोई एक नोटबुक मेंटेन करके ईशावास्य उपनिषद these 6 lines, Katha Upanishad these 5 shlokas, Kena Upanishad these 2 shlokas, Mandukya this one important shlok. Where is the homework done? In that way. So we want to become Japishta for a few months, involve in it. All these are required for Upadhini Yantrana. And then the Upanishad mantra and contemplation is to uh, is a sadhana for realizing the Purusha Tattva. So Prakriti Niyantrana sadhanas, Purusha recognizing sadhanas. Which you want to do? Identity laga karo karo. Like my identity for some time is studying Shastras and talking. Once the saturation required amount is done, the Lord will make me know, no, it is enough, go to the next. But फिलहाल ये चल रहा है. Along with that, any other things. But we have to be always having some spiritual identity, substantial, and we must be the doers of that. है ना? Like people recognize us by our profession, by our nature. Here he is very soft spoken, here very hard spoken, or he is ruthless, he is straightforward. People identify us so and so, whether they say or not. So too, we should identify ourselves. I am the sadhaka in general. Particularly, this sadhana has to be done. Among them, these 3, 4 things I am doing. Most of them, if you can do every day, nothing like that. Highest, whole day filled with sincere doing of all these sadhanas. मैं जप भी करता हूँ, पूजा भी करता हूँ, पारायण भी करता हूँ, सत्संग भी सुनता हूँ, ग्रंथ भी पढ़ता हूँ, मनन चिंतन ध्यान भी करता हूँ, मेरे गुरु भगवान से बात भी करता हूँ. अरे यू आर द बेस्ट. None of them are going to be wasted. All of them put together cumulatively give us such personality that the truth will be revealing to us. हम्म. अब क्या है? नो इंडिविजुअलिटी रिगार्डिंग स्पिरिचुअलिटी. कभी करना है तो करते, नहीं तो नहीं. दैट आइडेंटिटी नहीं है. विदाउट आइडेंटिटी वी कांट. So these are the 2 things. One, anything we do, see the consequence doesn't disturb spirituality. Second, in the spirituality, which identities you are maintaining nowadays to do those sadhanas. Nowadays, I'm Shiva Bhakta, I'm doing all Shiva Sambandhi, Upasana, Puja, and invoking His grace for Brahma Tattva. Nowadays, I'm Vishnu Upasaka, now I'm Devi Upasaka. And then nowadays, I'm student of Gita, thorough. I'm student of Yoga Vasishtha. Nowadays, I'm thoroughly studying the Upanishad. कुछ तो आइडेंटिटी ओके करते रहो. दे आर पीपल हु डू इट एंड वी लुक एट देम एंड वी लाफ एट देम. है कुछ कर रहा है, पता नहीं अपने आप को बड़ा यज्ञ उपासना करने वाला मानता है. एंड वी डू नथिंग एंड वी कमेंट ऑन देम. दे आर द ट्रू प्रैक्टिकली डूइंग पीपल. उनके ऊपर गुरु कृपा ज्यादा है हमारे से भी. देन ओनली वी डू इट. They are committed. I really appreciate those people who take up their sadhanas every day. Some people just chant the Vedic Shanti mantras every day. That is enough. Each mantra is so potential. Na? Bhadram karane me, yes, Chandasa, Mrishabho, Vishwarupa. Wonderful they are. So, what are your identities spiritually? Are you fulfilling them? This is the second point. Thank you. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्य कृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां ओम भवता जनता सुहिता भविता। ओम ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्वध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तरदिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्तितेषु निरन्तर शास्त्राध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूल पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक ऐन्दव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थमस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रतिभक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्मसाफल्यार्थं कृष्णयजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशङ्कर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहं। पारायणमथ पंचमोऽध्यायः। कैन वी चैंट 9, 10, 11? ओम नैव स्त्री न पुमानेश न चैवायं न पुंसकः यद्यच्छरीरमादत्ते तेन तेन स रक्ष्यते। सङ्कल्पनस्पर्शनदृष्टिमोहैः ग्रासाम्बुवृष्ट्यात्मविवृद्धिजन्म कर्मानुगान्यनुक्रमेण देहि स्थानेषु रूपाण्यपि सम्प्रपद्यते। स्थूलानि सूक्ष्माणि बहूनि चैव रूपाणि देहि स्वगुणैर्वृणोति क्रियागुणैरात्मगुणैश्च तेषां संयोगहेतुरपरोऽपि दृष्टः। Chanting done. Now our study, 12th mantra, the last portion we have to see today. Om Eko Vashi Nishkriyanam Bahunam Ekam Bijam Bahudayah Karoti Tamatmastam Yenu Pashyanti Dhiraha Tesham Sukham Shashvatam Na Itaresham. So this is the Swarupa Lakshana, Tatastha Lakshana of the Paramatma Tattva. That Paramatma Tattva in our own Hridaya, we have to realize as our own self. Then to such one, the Sukha is Shashvat. And to none else other than that. That's more important. Na itaresha. For nobody else. So in this mantra, Eko we have seen. Vashi Nishkriyanam Bahunam we have seen. Ekam Bijam Bahudayah Karoti, that was exhaustively discussed. The Atmastham was focused yesterday and we understood. Atmastham stationed in the Atman. Little higher meaning is Atmastham means Atma Rupena Sthita. He is non-objectifiable, absolute, ultimate subject. Pratyak Atma he is. Then Atmastham for sadhana, Bhagavan Shankara beautifully guided. Shruti Mata said Atmastham. So therefore she is telling about the Upalabdhi, Paddhati and Sthana. What must be the meaning she felt while saying this sentence? He contemplated before writing Bhashyam. Okay, Atmastham means Buddhavu Sthitam. So where is Atman available for our recognition? Though available everywhere for recognition, not in Anandamaya Kosha, not in Manomaya, not in Annamaya Pranamaya, never in the outer world. then where he is found? Buddhau is equal to Vijnanamaya Kosha. So therefore, we have seen yesterday in Buddhi, through Atmanatma Viveka, the Atma Vastu can be obtained. Therefore, Buddhau Sthita means in the Atmanatma Viveka Prakriya, the Lord will be available. Second one is Buddhau Sthita means the Buddhi में ही ज्ञातृत्व होता है, knowingness. Therefore, holding on to that jnata, okay, the knower, we reach to the self. Okay, the Lord is one. He is the jnata or he is the seer through the upadis. That's why through the mind he is manta. Through the ears he is the shrota. Through the eyes he is the drashta. Through the mind he is the manta. So who is that jnata? Who is that manta? Who is that drashta? Who is that shrota? है ना? Be attentive. So he is jnata through the buddhi. So buddhi and jnatrutva through buddhi drop. Who was acting like the jnata through the buddhi? He is the self. That's what is said here by the word Atmastham is equal to Buddha Sthitam. So too, who is doing the manana with the mind? Mind and its manana. You just drop. Who is the one who is using the mind to do the manana? If you think, then we reach to that Paramatma. This is the meaning of Atmastham Buddha Sthitam. So too, who is Drashta through eyes? Who is the Shrota through the ears? Who is the Grata through the nose? That's the meaning of Buddha Sthitam. Technically, the Aham Vritti with Chid Abhasa becomes the Jnata. He with the Buddhi Jnata, with the Mana, Manta, with the Indriyas, irrespective Indriya Karma Karta. So instead of focusing on Jnata Manta Bhokta, who is becoming his Jnata Manta, if we can contemplate, we are reaching to the self. है ना? He is a Sakshi, he is a Chit Sarupa, and he is me. I am that Chitta. Chit is me. That Brahman is me. This is the most important thought, please. This is most important thing to be done or experienced. Without that, the Adhyatmic sadhana is never complete. Finally, that Brahman is me. Brahman is Sachidananda. उससे हमें क्या फर्क पड़ता है? That Sachidananda Brahma is me. When I realize, then only my Upadhi Tadakmya and through that samsara, that goes away. I am liberated. So, tamatmastam tam buddhau sthitam. Buddhi, inquiry, Atmanatma, and Buddhi is Jnatrutva. There, Paramatma is available. So, Buddhau Sthitam. Okay. Ye Anupashyanti is the next word. Bhagavan Shankara's Bhashya. What do you mean by Ye Anupashyanti? Sakshat Jananti. So, here Anupashyanti he commented as Sakshat Jananti. Means directly he knows him. As his own self. Sakshat Jananti means knows that Paramatma Tattva to be himself. Ye Anupashyanti. Dhiraha Buddhimantaha. Who can do this thing? Dhiraha. Who are the Dhira Purushas? Buddhimantaha. And at this very point or moment, be absolutely alert to remember what was said in Mandukya Upanishads. Or remember particularly that we have to awaken our buddhi, that we have to pull away our buddhi from it becoming slave to manindriyas. We have to employ this buddhi in the Atmanatma Viveka. That is the meaning of Buddhimantaha. Buddhimantas, two meanings are living the life at the buddhi level and buddhi used only for Tattva Atma Chintana Darshana. We are all actually now Dehamantaha. Dehavantaha. 24 hours Dehosmi, Dehosmi, Dehosmi. Again, we have to realize this fact and mistake that throughout the day our thinking, our activity, our orientation is only for Deha, 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 Deha. In spite of studying Shastras and knowing that the Deha is Mithya, Atman alone is real, that Atma Tattva only I have to realize as myself. ये सब सुनते हुए भी 24 घंटे देहोस्मि. Sometimes you indulge in the objects of the world, at that time Indriyosmi. Indriyavan. That's the next topic in our Gita. Then most of the time we are mental only. Manovan. With emotions, with projections, with likes, dislikes. अरे बुद्धिमान बनो थोड़ा. So dhiraha means buddhimantaha. I am pausing here. Buddhimantaha means our buddhi is totally slept. If it is little awakened, it only listen to indriyas, mana, and the sharira adi. In some people's case, though, buddhi is so dead matter that that fellow even the monthly salary gives to the wife, and if she throws the money something, then he will use it, or else so much gulam. बुद्धि यूज ही नहीं करता. Everything what she says he'll have to do. I'm just telling an example. It can be the other way around also. Don't you have your own buddhi to know what is required for your sharira, etc. How come you can be so much sold out in the buddhi? If the example is wrong, you change it. But the idea is what? धीरता बुद्धि है ही नहीं हमको. For everything we depend on others. We don't use our intellect at all. What a worst life it is. है ना? How can you ask somebody else कि what dress suits me, what food suits me, कौन सा चप्पल मैं खरीदूं? अरे बुद्धू, you don't know which चप्पल suits you. How can you ask others? That's all gulami. दिमाग चढ़ा हुआ है. That person only asks other. Otherwise, I don't want and I'll go. I know what I want, what I need. The spiritual sadhana starts from there. We are not arrogant there. We are intelligent. We are not talking about arrogance. No, we are talking intelligence. Isn't it? Clubbed with maturity. You tell the husband, whoever is cooking, or the wife, I want this today. You know it ki today this food I require for my stomach. If that person cannot make, you make it. That is different issue. Inabilities are there, the items are not there at home. Take, I think about alternative. Not this way ki others decide for us. Only a dead intellectual person alone depends on others to take decision, even the silliest things. The opposite of that is dhiraha, buddhimantaha. We have awakened their buddhi. Through the buddhi, they have known maximum of the knowledge that is to be known about Vyavahara and Sadhyatmikata. And according to that knowledge only, every movement is conducting without depending on any lower intellects of others. Now, same dhiraha, buddhimantaha, when he is using his buddhi to know the purpose of life to be Paramatma Tattva only, he is real dhiraha. Buddhimantaha. Buddhiman uses his buddhi. Buddhiman uses his buddhi to know what is the goal. Buddhiman knows how to reach to that goal. Buddhiman walks in that path. Buddhiman alone reaches the Lakshya. Here the Lakshya is Paramatma Prapti. Okay? So, tam atmastham buddhau sthitam ye anupashyanti साक्षात जानन्ति धीराः बुद्धिमन्तः तेषाम. To them only. Who are they? Atmavidam. Who are the knowers that no, I am not the Sharira, no, I am not the Panchakoshas. Yes, I am that Satchidananda Brahma. The one who has known this is called Atmavitta. To those Atmavettas, tesham atmavidam sukham shashvatam. The permanent sukha. And we already discussed this point. The sukha, when it is permanent, then only you define it as sukha. A temporary thing, don't call it as sukha, is a pleasure. It will go again, leaving us again in misery. Shashwata sukha humko pana hai, not again and again. है ना? Like some people are very wise, starting at the age of 23, 24, by the age of 40, next 15 years, 20 years, so much money they earn through all the righteous means of their own abilities, that throughout the life they don't have problem of money. The Buddhu log, lazy fellows, every day there is problem for even a food also. Example understood? In the same way, hit the jackpot, hit at the bullseye, get the Shashwata Sukha once for all. Not the temporary pleasure and everyday struggling सुखी होने के लिए. Realize हम ब्रह्मास्मि, you are permanently blissful. कोई आपको दुखी नहीं कर सकता. तेषाम तेषाम सुखम शाश्वत. And naitharesham anatma vidam. Those who have not known their essential self, they can never have the shashvata sukha. They'll have temporary pleasures which will only end up in dukkha. Therefore, in this shloka, ekaha vashi nishkriyanam bahunam ekam bijam bahudaya karoti tam atmastham ye anupashyanti धीराः तेषाम सुखम शाश्वतम न इतरेषाम. अब कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है. स्पष्ट रूपेण श्रुति माता told, the knower of the self alone can have permanent sukha. Not anybody else, come what may. Sufficient this mantra discussed. Now let us enter into next mantra, which talks about same thing, but instead of shashvata sukha, it's called as moksha. Moksha is shanti here, or muchyate moksha. Like in the topic it was told na, परमात्मा ज्ञान से नित्य सुख की प्राप्ति और मोक्ष की प्राप्ति. परमात्मा ज्ञान से नित्य सुख की प्राप्ति, that was discussed in that shloka 12. परमात्मा ज्ञान से मोक्ष प्राप्ति will be told in this 13th mantra. Let us chant today, see the literal meaning, study it with Bhashya thoroughly tomorrow. Om Kincha, this mantra again, first two lines as they are same found in both Katha Upanishad and Brihadaranyaka. Third, fourth line थोड़ा इसमें अलग होगा. Chant Om Nityo Nityanam Chetanaschetananam. Om Nityo Nityanam Chetanaschetananam. एको बहूनां यो विदधाति कामान्. एको बहूनां यो विदधाति कामान्. तत्कारणं सांख्ययोगाधिगम्यं. तत्कारणं सांख्ययोगाधिगम्यं. ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः. ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः. Chant this for 4 times so that it become pakka familiar. Nityo nityanam chetanaschetananam eko bahunam yo vidadhati kaman. Tatkaranam sankhya yogadhigamyam. Jnatva devam muchyate sarvapashaihi. Again, Nityo nityanam chetanaschetananam एको बहूनां यो विदधाति कामान्. तत्कारणं सांख्ययोगाधिगम्यं. ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः. Again, नित्यो नित्यानां चेतनश्चेतनानां एको बहूनां यो विदधाति कामान्. तत्कारणं सांख्ययोगाधिगम्यं. ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः. Once more. Om Nityo Nityanam Chetanaschetananam एको बहूनां यो विदधाति कामान् तत्कारणं साङ्ख्ययोगाधिगम्यम् ज्ञात्वा देवं मुच्यते सर्वपाशैः. In this again, the fourth line is the punchline. Feel the meaning of that line. Jnatva devam muchyate sarva pashaihi. Knowing that self alone, one becomes free from all pasha, entanglements, chains, snares is equal to bondages. And these bondages are not physical, that we are chained with some of the ropes, etc., or put inside a room and locked from outside. These are all psychological inner bondages. Sarva pasha, sarva bandhana. And we are living a life of bondage and limitation, misery, and got habituated in it and feel that it is comfortable. As you told you the other day, ruled by and ruined by the Mughals and Britishers. For a long time we lived life like that only as slave, accepting that ऐसा ही जिंदगी होता है. Till somebody awakened, "Arey, it's our country. We are also independent human beings. Why should we be ruled, that too by the wretched fellows from outside? We have to rule ourselves. Let us kick them away." The moment that thought came and that was mm, spread all across, then the freedom fighters came up. That's how India got the moksha, that freedom. We were in bandhana only, dasya shrunkhalata, in the chains of slavery, isn't it? In the same way, we are in the chains of slavery to all the upadhis, to the entire world of name and form, to the continuous happening of situations, not required to be bound. If the self is known, sarvapashaihi muchyate. Vah! No more any snare or bondage. So exhaustively we'll study this mantra tomorrow. Om 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 Purnamadaha Shrutimatre Namaha Tatsat Brahma Paramastu. That's great. Thank you. Please join for Gita study.